Fang is with us, a reporter and blogger with the Center for American Progress, thinkprogress.org, the website where he publishes most of his work. Lee, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. The Giffords shooting, SarahPAC, the whole thing. I'm curious what you've learned, what your take is on this, and, well, I've got a few more questions for you, too, but let's just start there. What's the latest?
Well, you know, there's a lot to digest, but some of the more interesting pieces that are coming out this morning, of course, there's been a lot of reporting throughout the weekend, came from Mother Jones. Nick Bauman reported that a close friend of the shooter basically received a phone call the night before the shooting, warning him that he was going to do this, and kind of went into some of his psychology. The shooter mentioned that he was angry at Giffords for passing some kind of legislation, although he didn't specify which kind or which bill, and that he had always had this kind of obsession with her. So it's really interesting and still panning out, and there's just so much to digest in the story.
Which kind of focuses on the confluence of mental illness and politics.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting that Republicans are postponing the health reform repeal, and something that I don't think anyone's mentioned is that health reform, of course, is a very large, complicated bill, but it actually includes one of the largest expansions of mental health services in 30 years or so. Undoing
the damage that Reagan did to our mental health services in this country.
Yeah, that's right. Whether it's community health clinics or paying for services to screen for mental health, or just to deny insurance companies the ability to use mental health problems as a pre-existing condition. Health reform does a lot.
Right. The other thing I find interesting is that the Republicans, the bill that they have put forward to do away with the mental health bill, refers to the to Obamacare, to the Affordable Care Act, refers to it not as the Affordable Care Act, but as the jobs killing. I mean, it's got the word killing right in the title. The Republicans put the word killing in the title of their bill.
This gets back to Sarah Palin and the entire health reform debate, because there's a structural reason there's so much paranoia and really just craziness in American politics. You can't win a legislative debate if you're defending big industry that has an inherently corrupt system by using facts. You have to use paranoia. You have to make up death panels. You have to say silly things like job killing, whatever legislation, because it's more compelling and gets people excited. And unfortunately, when you have tens of millions of dollars of people running ads, smearing reforms with just baseless accusations and fear and propaganda, you're going to inspire violence like we've seen in the last 2 years. I mean, this Giffords thing is horrific, but it's not an isolated case. There's been a huge uptick in right-wing terrorism in the past 2 to 3 years.
And as there has been a huge uptick in right-wing rhetoric over the last couple of years, well, since President Obama began running for Congress, or for president, for the White House, ever since, it was either a black man or a woman, and you had Rush Limbaugh coming out with his Barack the Magic Negro and his ad for the Hillary Clinton Nutcracker, testicle lockbox, excuse me, was the official ad. I'm curiously, over the weekend, my hope was that this would be an opportunity for us to all tamp down the rhetoric and be less partisan about this. And in fact, I had a couple of conversations with Louise about how we might do that, bringing on, for example, conservatives that I regularly debate on this program, and trying to model rational discussion. But I'm looking at the Drudge Report, and the #2 headline is described by classmate as left-wing pothead. The big headline, scary freak. Of course, freak implying, hippie. Obama flashback. If they bring a knife to the fight, we bring a gun. British paper blames right wing, as if Americans would never think of such a thing. Leftist blog scrubs crosshairs from them. This is Drudge. Then I look at WorldNet Daily and I see, the top headline. Literally, these are the top headlines. I'll read them to you in order. Did Giffords subscribe to Assassin's YouTube? Bill Ayers, communist, provided Arizona shooters curriculum, high school part of learning community funded jointly by Obama and the domestic terrorist. Number 3.
That's rich.
Look who else put a bullseye on Gifford. Leftist blog points finger at Palin while scrubbing dead to me rant. Number 4. Assassins politics lean, quote, quite left, quite liberal, end quote. Communist Manifesto Mein Kampf listed as alleged gunman's favorite reads. Number 5, media covering up alleged shooters' liberal politics. Reporters point to Palin but leave gunman's leftist leanings alone. Those are the top 5 headlines at WorldNet Daily. I mean, one of the top right-wing websites. How is this? There was all this conversation in the press and everything else about, let's calm this down, let's back this off. It seems like the exact opposite is happening.
Sure. And, WorldNet Daily, I went to their conference 2 years ago, and Trent Franks, another Republican member of Congress from Arizona, was the headline speaker at that event. And he said Obama is the enemy of humanity. And a panel that preceded his speech basically told everyone that Obama is like Hitler and that the attendees should get extra guns for a, quote, bloody battle with progressives. So, if you legitimately believe that progressives and President Obama are, dictators, fascists, authoritarians, then you reasonably should take up arms and rebel against the government and have some type of violent revolution. But just the reality is just so far divorced from our politics. It takes true leadership from the right to come up and tamp down on this rhetoric. A Buckley moment from the 60s, at least decrying the craziness from the John Birch Society. But you don't see that. You don't see that type of leadership. The only Republican senator who said we need to tone down the rhetoric you see on Fox News and talk radio did so anonymously to Politico. We've only seen one statement, and he wasn't, he didn't have enough courage to even use his name in that article.
Anonymously? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. An anonymous Republican senator has decried the level of right-wing rhetoric in this country, but he wouldn't give his name. So we only have an anonymous Republican senator.
Right. Is there, is there evidence, any kind of clear evidence that connects this guy's actions to inflammatory right-wing hate speech?
I think the jury's still out there, but if you look at his videos and you read some of these articles about people who knew him, there are interesting kind of tidbits that lead you, leads you to believe that he was certainly anti-government. He believed that the government was out to get him, that they were going to take control of the country, that the government was illegitimate, that the government was acting in an unconstitutional way. He believed that his own community college was unconstitutional because it received government funding. I mean, these are common threads. If you listen to Alex Jones or watch Glenn Beck on any afternoon, you'll see these type of motifs. He was also obsessed with the gold standard and this kind of fringe right-wing belief that the entire currency is really worthless, and that there's some type of conspiracy from the Federal Reserve to overthrow the American government just using currency. So, but again, you can't draw conclusions. We have to see what comes out in the next few days.
Yeah, well said. Lee Fang, thinkprogress.org, your blog over there, doing a great job of keeping track of what's going on and who's saying what. And by the way, you might find, let me recommend obamalondon.blogspot.com. There's some interesting stuff over there. Lee, thanks for being with us.
For audio and video archives, go to thomhartmann.com.